All right. Are we doing it once again? All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and otherwise. My name is AJ and I am the Friendly Hermit. And today I am big news today. Or rather, some fun little things. We have a bunch of things today, all pretty big, but smaller little bits. We don't have to talk, for instance, all about Metroid Prime 4, but we are going to briefly touch on that. Some new Pokemons, and the Zelda movie. We got a first look. It's not much, but I have an opinion. And, as we all know, opinions are like buttholes. I certainly have one, at least one. Mine is not as poopy as others, but I mean, I could say that. It's you'll never know. You could probably come up with your own theories. I don't know why I'd want to. Maybe we should charge extra for that. Start an OF account or something. That would be successful, I bet. Unlike this series. Just kidding. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the medicine. I'm here for the outside. We've talked about it before. I've been feeling a little better lately. Mainly because I'm making some, better health decisions. Like this one, for instance. I mentioned in my responding to the comments section video. Wow, that lighting is awful. Can you see me? I hope you can, because this is what we're doing, baby. I mentioned in that video. Icy coffee. It is coffee. See? Probably just looked yellow in the sun. It's not beer, I swear. No, we're making better decisions for our health, our mental health, our physical health. I'm going to invest a little more time into getting outside, being in nature where I am, spiritually kind of cleansed, reset, as it were. And we're going to talk to a camera. It's fun. Speaking of talking to a camera, Metroid Prime 4, a puppet talked to a camera. You might have heard of him. I might actually have to link the video. Arlo, I think he's a blue puppet. He's a huge YouTuber. He's been around forever. I'll link his channel and all that in the comment section, or not the comments, but the description. Arlo. And this to me is vindicating, is that Arlo shares my opinion about Metroid Prime 4, even despite all of the backlash. I'm sure the internet is going to hate on my previous video talking about it, and they'll hate on this as well. But what I want to say is that everything I said stands. Everything I said. I am setting my feet firm in the mud, in the swamp that is the internet, and I'm sticking to my guns here, because everything I saw, and listen, I did read some more recent, I believe it was IGN, it was somebody, it doesn't matter, some reviewer had some hands-on time with Metroid Prime 4, and they are suggesting that the NPCs, this game brings in a whole cast of characters, right? And one of the criticisms was that, and Arlo points this out, is that this main or first character that you meet is very quippy.
What a mess. No hope of survival. You're also not sitting next to Phil anymore in the cubicle, so win?
And it's a form of, it's to break the tension. There's a name for it. That's what this Mackenzie character is at the beginning of the game. The reviewer that was playing mentions that, yes, there is a break between that feeling of isolation when you meet these characters, but as you kind of continue forward, you are still mainly isolated, which is good news to me. My worry is that you're still going to have this like Navi like fairy type tutorial character. Just even if Mackenzie isn't around, you're going to hear like, Samus, welcome. My name is it's going to, no matter where you are, he'll be able to contact you, sort of thing. So who knows? We'll see. The NPCs we didn't talk about in the last video, but that's a major component of the Metroid series, is that feeling of isolation. That funny, because we mentioned how Metroid was inspired by the Alien films, and later we got a horror survival game called Alien Isolation. We are getting removed from that, in at least in certain story bites, I guess you would say. There is apparently a lot more storytelling in this, which I don't know. I don't need it. I don't want a story. Give me the little blurb at the beginning. Metroid escapes. Baby Metroid infused with Samus. Powers lost on a planet. Bad guy, go. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. What happened on the planet? I don't know. Just give me a couple of little text boxes as I'm scanning stuff, That's all it needs to be. I'll piece the story together on my own, That mystery, that unknown, that feeling of this whole place is this, this enigma, this labyrinthine, very maze-like. And it did show, I saw some pictures of the maps of the different locations you'll be going to. They are very much in the style of Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime in particular as well, I wanted to mention. That article said the last Prime game came out 18 years ago, so I was close when I said 20. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about Metroid for now, unless I come up with something else. I will be keeping an eye on it. We will be talking about it in the future as it gets closer to release. They might even have another trailer coming out sooner or later. I don't know. We'll see. Tidbit number dos. New Pokemon. This is wild to me. This is crazy. New Pokemon are coming to not only ZA, which I want to talk about separately, because that game also ticks me off slightly for reasons you probably aren't going to guess. The game looks fine. We'll talk about it after. But new Pokemon. In Pokopia, have you heard of this? The Animal Crossing inspired Pokemon type game where you play as a Ditto that is transformed into a human. So I guess now it's canon. I assume it always was canon. In fact, the irony of me saying that, in the Pokemon anime when I was a kid, Ditto literally transforms into a cannon. But it is now canon that Ditto can turn into other things, not just Pokemon. It can turn into humans, I guess. Irrelevant. That was probably already a canon thing understood by most of you. I was always like, is that a thing? I don't know. Doesn't matter. You are playing as a Ditto that has transformed into a human. A very chibi style, very reminiscent of Animal Crossing, like that type of a character. And you are repairing a region that is new to the Pokemon universe. And this region maybe used to have signs of human life, but now it's kind of, for whatever reason, it's all destroyed and the Pokemon are wild here. And I guess you're trying to rebuild the town. And as you do so, you bring in new Pokemons, you can transform into them, and then you get new abilities, yada, yada, yada. Looks cool. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun for people that are into these, cozy slice of life kind of video games. And I don't even know where or why, because I haven't seen a video. I just saw some images. Pikachu, Mosslax, and Smear Guru. Smear Guru? I hate that name. Smear Guru. Are these new regional variants of the Pokemon they're based on? Obviously, Pikachu is a variant of Pikachu, and Pikachu has had some love. I mean, obviously, it's the poster child for the entire series, but what I mean to say is we haven't really seen, like, okay, we got Raichu had an Alolan form, Pikachu had a Gigantamax form as the old fat GB Game Boy. It would have been Game Boy, not GBA. The Game Boy original artwork had Pikachu as this kind of like chunky, big old chonker. So Pikachu has had some love in the past, but this is a full-on new form. Looks like it has a new typing, and most people are pointing to the fact that it is ghostly in appearance. The official artwork shows a female Pikachu with a smaller tail, droopy ears, and big kind of black eyes. I might have a picture for you on the screen. If you want to take a look, you could just Google Peaky, Peaky, and then Chew, Pikachu. Many people are saying, well, this is clearly a ghost type. So we'll see what happens with Pikachu. Mosslax is a variant on Snorlax. Just has been sedimentary? Has been sitting for so long, probably sleeping, and it's big old, again, we're talking about a big old fatty blob, and probably fell asleep for so long that moss has overtaken its entire body. So it looks like a fuzzy Snorlax. I don't know how else to describe it. Image on the screen. Is this a regional variant, or is it just a new character that we're going to meet? I don't know. And of course, Smear Guru. That's just a Smeargle with more colors. I don't know what else to say about it. If it's a new, like, could it be an evolution? There's some argument to be made there. And this is what I wanted to discuss is these do not look like mega evolutions. Let's be clear on that. I can't really imagine Snorlax mega evolving into something called Mosslax. That wouldn't make sense. And Smear Guru, maybe there's an argument there that it's a full evolution, like an actual evolution, but I don't know. Mosslax, just in the name, normally we say Mega Snorlax. So if it's called Mosslax, this is not a Mega. Same with Pikachu. It's not Mega Pikachu. It has its own name. So regional variants is my best guess. And the case against Smear Guru as a regional variant is that it has a new name. Sorry, not just a new name, but it could be, I guess it could be an evolution. An evolution makes sense. But again, not a mega. Does it matter? No. It's just cool. We're getting some love. Smeargle was, back in the day, in the competitive battling scene, World Championships, Smeargle was on the Big Six team, which, if you've ever followed the, competitive scene of Pokemon, Smeargle would run Dark Void and then a number of other supporting moves. It was obviously devastating for obvious reasons, and this is why Nintendo has kept its stats low, because it can learn any attack. But yeah, so really fun, really cool to see it's always been one of my favorite monsters, even before I understood its power, its potential, but it's always been one of my favorites. So cool to see Smeargle getting hopefully an evolution, but either way, it could be just, like I said, a regional variant. And Snorlax, that's hilarious to me. I truly don't care for Pikachu, but Mosslax, that's just funny. That's great. I want to know, is this a regional variant? Like, what are you? I don't think you're an evolution, but something here. This is cool to me. Pokemon aside. Pokopia aside. Legend ZA. Let's talk about Legend ZA. Because new Pokemon have been announced here as well. New Megas. Fine. Don't care. Cool. Great. Bring us more Megas. Everyone loves Megas. Zoro, no. What is this thing? It's a cat. It's an electric cat, a legendary. I always forget its name. It's not Zoroark. That's the transformy dog thing. Yeah, I don't remember this thing's name. I'll post it on the screen probably. It has a Mega. We all know that Raichu got 2 new forms. The 3 starters got new Megas. All these new Megas are coming. But one of the big complaints is that these Megas are locked behind a paywall, right? And listen, DLC is fine. If DLC is meant to increase the value and the longevity of a game, bring on the DLC. I'm a lover of more of something that I love. Why would I want $100 when I could have $150 or $200? Same premise. Why would I play a game for 100 hours if I could feasibly get 200 hours? More of something that I love is better, more or less, usually, right? In this case, great that we're getting more Megas. Great that we're getting DLC. But the DLC was announced before the game came out. Now we have to. This isn't DLC. You're literally just locking content behind a paywall. Come on, Nintendo. This is anti-consumer. We talked about this in the previous episode. You're locking content behind a paywall. DLC was planned from the start, and it was announced. At least have the audacity to hide any information. Just keep it throw away the key. Quiet about it. Keep quiet about it, because now you look like you were just doing this. The fear of missing out, taking advantage of that, human psychology. You're literally taking advantage of people's desire to play the game, and you're locking. It's not 100% of the game. You're not giving us 100% of the game when we buy it. You've already closed a door, and we already know there's what's behind the door because you've showed us. So you're like a little carrot. Do you want this over here? Do you want this? You can't have it unless you give us more money. Anyway, last of all, Zelda movie. We got our first look. Lastly, let's talk about the what we've seen so far. Zelda film. Live action Zelda film. Set to release, confirmed release date, or I guess premiere, whatever you want to call it. May. I think they said May 2027. And this is to offset the years in which we have game film releases. Did I say that in a weird way? I think so. So next year we're getting Super Mario Galaxy movie. So that'll be 2026. The year following, we'll be getting Zelda. Who knows what's coming after? But what I will say about the Nintendo films thus far, so the original Super Mario Bros. That came out a few years back, this was so fun. This was a love letter to the series. I think, personally, if you're a fan of the Mario universe and the characters and whatnot, you're going to have a great time watching this film. So more of this with the Galaxy. The trailer for Galaxy was also just put out recently. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It looks so fun. Rosalina is, oh man, bad arse. She looks dope. She looks so powerful. She's so cool. Really took inspiration, even it felt like, from the Smash universe. Smash Ultimate. I guess she was in was she in Brawl? But whatever, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they made her cool. They made her look really cool. Bowser Jr. makes an appearance. Now we're seeing Bowser is going to slowly kind of be integrated onto the good side, because as we all know, yes, Bowser is the antagonist, and in most of the games he is the villain, right? We also know that there is a level of I don't even know what to call it. Sometimes Bowser and Mario work together, you know, look at Mario RPG. You know, their goals align in some cases, and so they work together. So I think we might see some of that in the Galaxy film, which is great because Bowser was great in the original film. Back to Zelda. Live action surprised a lot of people. We've seen now Zelda and Link for the first time. There's like a wide shot of it's being filmed in New Zealand, so good on ya for, you know, following after Peter Jackson. You see the field, the rolling hills. It's very serene. What would be the word? It's picturesque, right? Zelda is wearing the blue tunic, very reminiscent of Breath of the Wild, like she's modeled after that. And Link is wearing a more traditional green tunic, looking more like he did in Twilight Princess, something more like that, right? It's a little more grounded. It's not so bright and vibrant and colorful. Looking better than I was expecting. So far, I'm giving the thumbs up. I'm still, you know, I'm going to be keeping some distance. I'm not going to get too excited yet. I do look forward to this film. If the success of the Mario film is any indication of the quality of the Zelda film coming, we have good things to look forward to. I know that people are concerned about where this film falls on the timeline. When has that ever been a concern? Name one Zelda game that logically follows into the next. You have one. We have a direct sequel in Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask. Direct sequel. There's a couple others that are direct sequels, but when we're talking about like generational jumps, so from like Ocarina of Time to I guess it would have been Majora's Mask to Wind Waker. People like to tell, there's a split timeline, and you know, after Link defeated Ganon in Ocarina of Time and went back in time, now there's two different. Yeah, it's just like even the Legend of Zelda. I think it's called the Legendarium. There's a book you can buy. Even that struggles to put this timeline together. People need to stop trying. It's not a real thing. Even Miyamoto has gone on record saying like, we'll let the fans figure it out. Because there is no right answer. It's just what is. We're just making games for fun. And in this case, we're making a movie based on those games. If you're concerned about where it falls in the timeline, I don't know what to tell you. Stop thinking so much. Just, you know, it's okay. Just turn off the brain. Turn off the brain and just, you know, go for a walk. Just watch the film when it comes out and just enjoy it. You don't have to think so much. I don't know. Just my opinion. And as we all know, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one. Sometimes more than one. However, some in particular are poopier than others. My name is AJ. I'm the Friendly Hermit. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like this and sub for more. We do live streams. And that was talking out my... Until next time, my friends. Turn your brains off. Just have some fun. Let's just have some fun. I love you.